animals, we will have to respond accordingly. There are concerns being expressed of what happens to civilians who do not actually support Hamas. How do you see this statement, Ambassador?
Well, first of all, the translation was very accurate. Second, this statement is very new. It was declared less than an hour ago by our defense minister. Gaza, ironically enough, Gaza is very much linked. The economy of Gaza is very much linked to the economy of Israel in various ways. There are, in good times, there are tens of thousands of Gazans who cross the border, so to speak, every day to work within Israel, and their income, is part of the Gaza economy. Gas, electricity are supplied by Israel to Gaza. This is the arrangements and the situation, and food comes, they don't have a port, they don't have an airport, so most of the supplies come on regular days from Israel. So yes, this is a sanction that the defense minister has declared. The other quotation that you gave, that we are fighting animals, and we've seen the proof of it, does not mean that Israel will not take into consideration the rights and the livelihood of those civilians who are not part of terrorism. And as an example, I can give you that in some of the attacks that took place in the last couple of days, before attacking specific buildings, and we have been doing it for many years, phone calls or leaflets were thrown were dropped in the areas where civilians that are not affected live, and they are asked, I would almost say kindly asked, to leave the place before Israel bombs it. I don't know, and I don't think that too many counter-terrorism elements do this. So yes, we are fighting animals, and Israel will take this into consideration when deciding what and how to do. But I'm sure that non-affected civilians, and there are many in Gaza who are not affected, who are not part of terrorism, will not be the targets. There might, and this is always true, there might be collateral damage and wounded, and probably also people killed. So people have to take this into consideration also. And I think, unfortunately, the people of Gaza are used to it, because they have been used by Hamas, who use people as human shields near schools, hospitals, and mosques.
Yes.
So those people in Gaza who know it, and many know it, would know how to act accordingly also.